Guys, to your information, we are live on YouTube and Facebook. We'll stay live for next hour. Then everything is ready when we start. Otherwise. Alles klar? Sind die T-Shirts noch fertig? Ja. Sollen wir sie alle anziehen heute schon? Nein. Zeitstock. Anfangsmarker ist schon weg? Ja. Aber ihr habt ihn noch überzeugt? Vorstand, ja. Und wir sind live. Spricht sowieso niemand Deutsch. Das Label anders, wer es macht. Ja, den brauchen wir. Dokumente, da kannst du in die Dokumente.
Herr Efraim Zeit, bitte, schick mir das, was ich copy-paste. Ein scheiß Opfer. Eigentlich ein Jahr.
That's the same thing as like, you know, when you do a red button for that in your description of your people are
Hey, hey.
Festi Rebe und Maggie und hier.
Das sind die Auditors.
Philipp, ganz schnell. Die Weißen sind voll. Wer braucht Re-Election denn nicht? Alle? Wer kriegt die nicht? Also alle. Philipp Lesing.
They closed our home spot. We financed them for 5 years. We are in contact with the local government. The local government said to us, it's okay in Thailand.
Ja, wir
Give
kriegen
you
nach
the
8
whole
und
thing, the whole whole mine. Give it to you for 1 euro per year.
€1
Yeah, just for Ja.
Jetzt was meinst du? Ich bin neu sauer sein, in der Arbeit All Germany, the lower ones for small areas of Germany. The lower one shut down this and said to us, we are a transport and they don't like to have transport manager for all areas. Ja. Peter Patrick braucht nicht. Der war auch erst letztes Jahr dabei.
The other one was happy.
They have to consult because that's a native area. They have to consult and komplett neu. They okay, that's fine. But they don't know. Like exploring.
Yeah, but it was weird to want to protect that.
So, und auf keinen Fall meint ist about like that is down for our castle from that
Some people like seeing some jump in town.
Not mine in this case, completely nature there. So we have trees everywhere. Inside the mine and also the area.
Did you have a nice time here?
Yeah, it really sucks. One point, another point of mine. Wir sind seit 4 Jahren dabei. Aber nicht im ersten Jahr das auch.
Tom, should I be sitting here in the middle? Should I sit here?
Also was wir nur abstimmen lassen, ist, dass wir die selber und wir müssen die
Ich bin das Fahrrad hergefahren und deswegen brauchen wir auch seine Historie, die sich in den Garten oder
ins Gebäude. Das ist ein bisschen auf die Seite.
Oder? Tom?
Ja.
Eigentlich mit für der alle anderen
So Tom, can you show me what's I need to go to like the next thing. You did finish the presentation yet?
Guys, could everybody turn their cell phones onto flight mode so we can use the thing for streaming?
Wie immer, oder?
Ja, wir machen das da.
not sick of it. I'm going. Run.
I'm very fish-like. This is my chair. I'm
Vielleicht weil es schon geschert ist. Direkt geschert ist es ganz öffentlich sicherlich. Nee, aber das ist ja geschert. Soll ich das freigeben? Ich habe nur das Wort gesagt. Ich weiß nicht, wie ihr das probiert habt, ob ich vielleicht noch einen kleinen Teil haben sollte. Ich gebe dir mal das Ding, weil das einfach langsam Sarah.
Geschrieben, wie man schön, glaube ich.
Alles Mittel? Kannst du mir noch schnell 2, 3 Sachen sagen, dass ich dann einfach richtig erzähle? Ja, das Problem wird mehr sein. Thank you.
The what? Inception. You're so cute.
The dinner is really good.
Tell us, Cor, how is the General Assembly coming along so far?
We're not started yet.
So it's going really well, you would say. I would agree.
Food is good.
You can wave. Wave. This is happening right now. I am filming the live stream. Say hello to all of the millions of people watching around the world.
Millions?
Millions.
Hello, millions.
Thank you. You can keep doing that if you want. It's much more interesting than anything else going on right now.
So I need to keep people's attention?
Yeah, I don't know if we have any viewers or not.
How can you check it?
I don't know, it's a very good question. How can I check if there's anyone watching? Tom,
I'm finished.
oh, they're not finished. I need to check the tripod. Where do I get to?
I'll have to give it to you after. I'm on the phone with them.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Ja. hat er das drin, hä? Ja, dann macht er einfach noch einen Block drüber.
Ja, perfekt. Also, was brauchst du sonst noch was?
Nee, nur schnell die Frage bei den Ausgaben. Was ist Communication? Was ist Donations? Das war Fundraise. Und was ist Third-Party Services?
Third-Party Services. Und im Grunde genommen kannst du das ganz leicht nachschauen im Revenue.
Ja, kannst du das nicht schnell nachschauen? Okay, gut. Okay. Gut, das reicht. Dankeschön. Gut, dann bis später. Merci, ciao, ciao. Du kannst machen, was du willst. PDF oder nicht. Mir egal. Egal.
Hoi Tom. Hoi. Hey, alles gut? Ja. Super. Kommen wir gerade noch rechtzeitig?
Ja.
Natürlich, ist ja gut. Hoi Tom, hoi. Marc, das ist Tom.
Hangout bereit? Schon gepostet? Weil jetzt müsst ihr die Leute beginnen einzuladen. Also ihr managt das mit Trends, Bogura, all den Leuten, die abstimmen wollen. Jetzt brauche ich wie von euch das Feedback über YouTube oder über Hangout. This you can just click, and it's ready, you can move it around. Same as this. Then to change the file, you need to go here, click, and
then next slide, show that changes.
Okay, and I just keep going.
Sorry?
And I just keep going with what you were doing.
Basically start.
Okay, good. I want to try this can of peas because I'm going to try it on. You have maybe a mouse for this? No, it's okay. We can borrow it.
Aha, okay.
Guys, short info. Could you please all turn phones that you're not using, laptops, on flight mode? So we use full bandwidth for streaming. We connect to Hangout and Skype and everything else. It would be good if we had full bandwidth.
Does anybody have a mouse for the computer? Can I borrow it? I have no idea. It's not my computer.
Where's my mouse, by the way?
Can I try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
Cool.
We'll just have to find out if it has Bluetooth.
You know how to work the PC?
Sure. Sure. Is this time sensitive?
I would say yes.
Alright. I'll try. Otherwise, can you tell me whose computer that is? Okay.
So he would know.
Are you speak German?
No.
No. Okay. Oh shit, I hope it has battery. Oh, it may be dead.
Wow, but it looks like a cool mouse.
It can be charged very quickly.
I don't need too much. I just need to I will need to sometimes move things and the thing I need to click
the trackpad is
small.
annoying for that.
Yeah. So, okay.
We cannot do that like during the stream, right?
No. It's okay. I think I will manage it. It will be okay. But thank you very much for your effort. I'm filming you. Yeah. I'm showing what's happening around. Tom told me it's okay. He said show what's going on. So can you do something interesting? See, like that's, he's doing interesting things over there. This is the kind of stuff that we need. Amazing. What do you have to say to the millions of viewers out there watching?
We are enjoying a very nice meeting here in Bern. There is people from around like different parts of the world, many languages, many styles, many thoughts, and we are all here having a really nice days. We have been here for at least 5 days. Some of them have been for more, and there is still many more to come. And we are really glad to have this international meeting, and of course we're really grateful of the local community that worked so hard to produce all this space for us. And well, this is the test of sound and video, so don't take it so serious. So that, enjoy and good luck.
Perfect.
Libera tu mono.
Tom. Tom, I'm gonna go live on Facebook now. We're starting soon, right? We're starting very soon, right?
Shall I say?
That's why you recommend that Karine, you should start with He wants to work with you. But when he is hungry,
Philipp, hast du Dan? Willst du Dan? Ja. Gut, Dan ist live. Hast du es auch da? Iran nicht, ja? Iran nicht, Mohammed hast du nicht. Iran.
Sarah, you guys are responding to comments, right?
We're monitoring comments on YouTube.
Okay.
Welcome everyone to the 5th General Assembly of the ISA. Awesome to see so many faces here. And it's also exceptional that we have almost all our active members either in the room or on the internet, listening in live and voting today on some interesting things. This is going to be the agenda for today. The first thing I need is a scrutineer, somebody to count the votes. Do we have somebody here who wants to be scrutineer? Please hand up. Augusta? Perfect. Thank you. So, second topic on the agenda is approval of this agenda. Anybody want to add something to the agenda? This would be your chance now. All our active members have received General Assembly protocol from last year. I hope you've seen that and read it.
What we need now is approval from you guys. This is the first time you guys can vote. So I need all the hands up from all the active members in the room and online if you approve the GA protocol from last year. Recounting. Okay, quickly to explain who can vote. So we have our active members. These are representatives of our national federations, either on site. So we have currently Chile, Germany, Japan, Canada, the US, Austria, and Switzerland who can vote at this point of time. Later on during the meeting, there will be hopefully some active members added, which can then vote on budget and so on for next year.
Can we not add this members before?
Not right now, but it's coming. It's like the 5th point on the agenda, and then you can vote actually on the financial statement, the budget, and the people. Yeah. Okay, so agenda is approved. You haven't? Yeah.
Yes, agenda is approved.
So starting with the President's report from last year, I quickly would like to go through some quick facts of the ISA. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here we go. Just to give a quick overview of where we are in terms of numbers. We right now have 10 national governing associations and federations which either are active member or will be after this meeting. We have within those active members about 55 regional and local associations, and we count about 2,000 individual members of the ISA. Over the last year, we've been present at about 15 Slackline events, contests, and we have about 15 Slackline gear manufacturers as partners. Online, you will find there's actually a lot more than 20 recommendations, scripts, warnings, and advisories, and about 35 people call themselves officials of the ISA at this point of time. This again, an overview of our active members. So Chile, Austria, Switzerland, the US, Netherlands, Iran, Turkey, Japan, Germany, and Canada. This is how we are organized. Right now we're holding the General Assembly. In front of you is sitting the Executive Board. We have missing 2 people, Zach and Snoodle, which are not here today. And we have a second board, the Advisory Board, with quite a few representatives in the room today. We work with currently 3 commissions. They are the Safety, Education and Sport Commission of the ISA, and we'll hold a short presentation in a second. Here a quick overview of our ISA partners. These are companies, commercial entities within the Slackline community. Lots of you will recognize these brands. Starting with last year, here a quick list of reports which we either organized ourselves, mainly the first one, the ISA safety one, which we just held a couple days ago here in Bern, and a full list, I'm not going to go through them in detail, of all different events that we either were on site or had some kind of presence in the past year. I especially want to mention that we held, I think actually more than 7 Trainer C courses last year worldwide, and we just held our 2nd rigor certificate last weekend here in Bern. Here just a couple impressions from these events from last year.
This is an installation we put up at Transalt Waterline Tour last year. A huge flower made out of hammocks. A picture from the Highland Extreme in Molesol, which will happen in about 2 weeks from now. An aerial shot from the safety meeting, which was held by our active member Slackline. A shot from a Highline rescue course in Austria, I think in Innsbruck. The group shot from GGBY, everybody probably has seen this one before. This is our traditional meeting at the Turkish Highland Carnival in Lido Camp, where people mostly from Eastern Europe, but also from all around the world, meet and gather for a small little meeting. This is a shot from the Highland Festival in Lebanon, organized by Bradley and Sonia and lots of locals. Here a picture from the Slackline Masters in Stuttgart not so long ago, I think in May. And this a picture from the safety event from last week, where we had slackline gear manufacturers and lots of interested people in advanced slackline safety here in this room talking about our safety labels. We've put out lots of publications last year. I just want to focus on a couple, especially this one. It's not published yet, but it's finished and it will be posted shortly. It's a very detailed demographic survey of our slackline community, combining results from 2013, 2016, and 2018. Lots of work went into this, mainly by Sarah Meiner and Powell and lots of other people doing data analysis. So this is going to be an interesting coming up in probably a couple days. These are very important numbers for us, not just for the ISA, but I think for every commercial entity within the slackline industry. Very interested to hear what the demographics are, average ages, and how we organize each other. I don't know, how many pages does the demographic survey have?
32.
32 pages, so it's a quite in-depth analysis and also some numbers on how this developed over time, which I think is very interesting insights. We've worked a lot on our home pages, especially also in the last couple, 2 to 3 days with volunteers here on site. Slacklineinternational.org looks similar, but has lots of new and easy accessible content. Also, our data page is being revised now and will be revised in the future, so it's easier to access and better understandable. A new feature we added this year is the event calendar, and also a contest calendar where you can register your events and you're automatically in a Google Calendar, which I think is a very neat feature. Also, there has been a new homepage which we added. It's the ISA ranking list. I think Isidro will be talking about this in a couple of minutes. At the same time, we've been doing lots of corporate identity, corporate design work. So we've developed all our logos, not just our base logos, but the logos for all the commissions, for all the different projects we've been working on. So this has also been quite some work over the past year to finish all these different logos for different uses. This document, the partnership document, has been updated in the last 2 weeks by Core, sitting here in the room. And we can also publish this shortly. This is a short documentation for potential partners and sponsors we want to spread. So if you have any ideas of companies or potential partners, let us know so we can send them this little documentation that we made about the ISA in general and our work. Since last year, we are also a UIAA observer member. This is the International Alpine Climbing Federation. I think a very important partner, and it's very good to have them here in Bern on site, close to where we are right now. And we can talk to them and learn from several dozen years of experience. And I think a great add-on. And we went to Malta a couple months ago with a delegation from the ISA, and we had a great time with the Safety Commissioner from the UIAA, talking about the labels, talking about highline safety. It was a very interesting meeting. Okay, next up is going to be a short presentation from our commissions. We will start with the Safety Commission, where Oli will quickly come to the front and tell us something what the Safety Commission has been doing over the past year.
So, our president and our vice president are unfortunately not here today, so I will be the representative and tell you what we did. Listen lauter or listen lauter für Auto. Yeah. So we published several accident reports, and sadly in the last year we have had 2 more fatal accidents, both of which were in Brazil. And the Safety Commission has published a detailed accident report on each of these accidents. Furthermore, there were about 40 incidents that were reported through the SAIR system, and the report for 2018 has been published. Next to that, we had other publications, for example, several publications on our testing methods and our research regarding the safety labels, where we explained how we test webbings, how we test weblocks, and also a definition of minimum braking strength and what these terms mean for us. We have released 2 publications on testing of UV damaged webbing, and from the meeting with the UIA Safety Commission that Tom has mentioned, future collaboration may arise where we will test UV damaged webbing that is hanging in the mountains for a prolonged period of time. Then we had the safety event just this week, and yeah, I think it's been a very productive meeting, and we've had lots of discussions, talks, workshops, and it was a great opportunity for manufacturers, slackliners, ISA officials to connect and exchange ideas. And yeah, if anyone is interested in hosting this event, organizations or volunteers, then please contact us. And then maybe the most interesting point are the safety labels. So we have released the Highline System Standard, which is freely available from the data page of the ISA. You can just download the PDF. And in this Highline System Standard, we define components of the Highline system, and for some of these components, we have also written standards, which we have also discussed during the safety event, and the Highline webbing label, weblock label, and leash label, as well as the webbing grab label, should be released within this year. And then for the future, we are thinking of which other components could need a label, but that is future work. Thanks.
Thank you, Oli. Okay, I think we can continue with the next commission, which is the Sport Commission. Isidro will present this.
Hello everyone. The Sport Commission was created on 2017, and since that moment till now, a lot of people had helped to develop the different projects. So now I'm going to present a little bit of what we have been doing. We have an organizational structure that's semi-independent of the ISA, but totally coupled to the interests and objectives of the main ISA. That means that we have autonomy to meet each other and to have our own bank account and all those kind of things that help to develop fast work. So we have a directors board in which we have a treasurer that's called Sirio Sao from Italy, a vice president that's called Coraline Giraud from France, and a treasurer that's Manuela Elrige from Austria. In this moment, Sirio and Manuela are still motivated to continue doing that work. Coco, she just finished studying medics, so probably the vice president place will be available for someone else that wants to take it. Apart from that, we have the representatives that are people that assess us and as experts on Slackline. We have a few of those in different countries. We also have the riders board, that's also called athletes board. That's our different active athletes that are competing in the different disciplines of Slackline that can give feedbacks of how the disciplines are evolving, because as you already know, the Slackline has been also evolving in the limits of what it's been possible to do really fast. So we keep that input from the athletes really as an important value of our commission. And of course we have members that are persons that want to collaborate and that belong to some of the federations that are part of the main ISA, and external partners that could be brands or other stakeholders that are interested in supporting this development of the Slackline in the sport dimension. Our main working groups are four. The first one is obviously the communication working group, in charge of communicate to the world the different things that we do in Facebook and in Instagram. We use the same platform that the ISA. We decided not to split the platform because it will be confusing. So the main ISA is the one that released the sport information related to athletes and championships. Then we have the Slackline World Ranking List. That's the web platform that we just shown a few hours ago. You can feel free to search and play in the platform, see what kind of information you find. Then we have the World Records Commission that's related to what we will consider the classic records and the alternative records. That the main ISA decided that we will only manage the classic records. That means the most classical things that we know, highest long line walk or highest highland walk, or all these things that are more related to like the historical development of the sport. And there are some alternative records like jogging in the line or walking high heels or those kind of stuff that are more like artistic. We leave that to our partner, the Guinness World Record, because this year, or last year, sorry, no, 2019. This year, the Guinness World Record included the Slackline in the book. We have 2 complete pages of the records inside the Guinness World Record book, and so a lot of these records are the Guinness World Record asks us if the record is true and what kind of information have we gathered about that, and so that's a very important alliance. Thomas Snoodle is the one that's in charge with that communication. And finally, the last working group that's just starting is the judging systems development, and starting from the huge diverse judging system that exists in the Slackline worldwide. You know, every country has developed different system for judging the different disciplines. Maybe trick line, high line have different systems of valuing. So now we're trying to gather together all the information and see what will be the position of the ISA according to this very important dimension. So that's a little bit about us, and we hope to keep growing. Any person that's motivated to help with our commission is really welcome, and I hope that if you have any doubt, you can ask me later. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isidro. Okay, next up is Brianna, President of the Education Commission, and she will briefly talk about this ISA field.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, everyone. It's been a really busy year for the Education Commission, but we have a lot of exciting news to report. The most exciting thing is probably the rigor certification course that was just completed this past weekend. We have 50 certified riggers right now under the ISA, and we hope to provide another rigor certification course in the United States in November, which is in the works. The Trainer C course has been thriving. We have 270 certified instructors from 27 countries, and we hope to continue to provide these courses. Thomas mentioned that we did about 7 or more last year, and I was very fortunate to be able to go to provide a course earlier this year in the United States, and that was the first one that we had provided in North America. And we hope to continue to do that as well as I'm able to go to more festivals in the US. The Trainer B course is nearing completion, so that is one of the big projects that we'll be working on this year. And in addition to that, the Education Commission is currently in production of a bunch of educational tutorial videos that we hope to continue to support our instructors post-course. So that, in addition, these videos will be able to help other beginners who are just looking for sources and ways to develop their own Slackline practice. In addition to that, to those tutorial videos, another way we hope to continue to support our educators is through a folder we're calling Share and Care, that we hope to provide other resources and to continue to build a network with our educators to continue to support them. And additionally, we have recently been updating our Slackline education page so that people will be able to access us and have a more direct link to what the ISA can do for them and as they continue to spread the knowledge that we've all been working hard to establish. I think that's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so over the past couple months there's been a new development, especially the executive board has received lots of emails concerning access issues, and the idea came up to create a commission which deals with nature preservation and access, and we've posted an online survey asking people to participate in this, and we found quite a few interested people, and I would like to propose that we create an access commission with these goals which you see listed here. So the promotion of sustainable and responsible development of Slackline spots, so an access issue, establishing and defining ethics guidelines for the Slackline community in relation to the environment and access rights, working towards a sustainable future for everyone, proactively protecting the environment, and encouraging and assisting national and local communities in organizing events and conducted to raise awareness and promote sustainable ways of living and interacting with nature. These being the main missions of a new commission we would like to create today. The way this works is we basically appoint president to this commission, and from there on the commission can constitute itself, so it can form itself. The president has the right to basically appoint people to the board of this future Nature and Access Commission, and I think we found someone interested in doing this. She is in the room. Maybe you briefly want to come up and present yourself, or
Hello everyone. I'm Katrina from Hamburg in Slackline Association Germany, and I took over that job by the end of last year. I took over from Nina, who did a great job before that, and I'm involved in the Slackline community. And but like nature and access is a super important issue for us in Germany, but of course in Europe and especially in all over the world. I had the chance to talk to some people in the room about some stories, and I think it's really important to support people to develop the Slackline communities in the cities, but also protect them in the nature, and to find a way how to do that.
Thank you. So in relation to this, I just briefly want to mention that about 40 to 45 people sitting here in the room with us spent the last couple of days in an international exchange program, basically dealing with questions of access, mostly to public spaces, So this topic has been high on the list over the past couple days, and I think it was the perfect framework to create the charter for the future Nature and Access Commission. And so the next thing we need to do is to appoint the new president and basically create this commission through a vote of all our active members. So who in the room and online is willing to create such a new commission in the ISA? Please hold your hands up. Okay, anybody against it? Neutral voices? Okay. So we got an anonymous vote on the creation of the new Nature Commission. Congratulations on that. Okay, that was pretty quick. I just want to give a quick outlook what's coming up in the next couple of weeks and months. Basically, this is a list of events, the next one being next weekend here in Bern, the 10th year of Bern City Slack Festival, followed by the 10th year of the Transalp Waterline Tour, with a big party going on. And after that, a whole list of different events, some in Switzerland, Bosnia, then we have events in China, southern Italy, 2 events in Japan, a big one in India going on for a full month. Yeah, Between Years Festival. And of course GGBY, and then next year, beginning next year again, Turkish Highland Carnival and Lebanon Highland and Adventure Festival. So this is what I can already read out of the calendar that is online. So if you have other events for next year that are going to happen, please enter them into this calendar. It's free and it gives access to all the events worldwide. I think a great tool we should use more often. Okay, next up are mutations, meaning we're going to officially vote in all the members that have signed up over the last year. We had a very nice presentation from Kat Horton 4 days ago. She presented the Australian Slackline Association, therefore this header picture. But we have a whole list of new members we would like to add. As active members, we have Australia, they just signed up a couple weeks ago, right? Then during the year, we had 3 new active members, Netherlands, Turkey, and Iran, officially signing up as active members of the ISA. And then we had quite a few associate members, Slackline Latvia, B-Slack from Belgium, the Bangladesh Slackline Association, Dubliners from Ireland, the Pakistan Slackline Federation, and then a further list of observer members, and they all need to be approved as well. So the Natural Slack Natus from Portugal, Slackwide ABC from Brazil, Oera from Brazil, Slacky Scoot from France, Slack and Jump, which is also in the room, from France, Slack a Lot, also from France, then the Zambia Slackline Association, and we also have a new external partner, actually more than one, Gibbon and Appy Slacklines, which signed up as external partners. So these are not members, but they are commercial entities who can work with us in the commissions. Okay, instead of going through these separately, I'd say we just vote on all of them at the same time. Is there anybody of the active members which is against voting in all of the members at the same time? If not, please hold your hand up for voting in these active associate and observer members of the ISA to become official members.
We have to wait a bit longer for the live stream to catch up.
Okay. You let me know when. We have about a 30-second delay on the live stream. Is it okay? Go through? You got the votes? Okay. Thanks a lot, and welcome to the ISA, to all the new active, observer, and associate members. Okay, next up will be financial statement, and now we have all these new members, so you can actually all vote. Maybe just for clarification, only the active members can vote on the financial statement and the budget. The associate members also have the right, only have the right to vote on the budget. Okay? And observer members actually have no right to vote. Okay, I'm just going to go through the financial statements. I'm doing this for Thomas Sprettel, which is our treasurer. He cannot be here today, but he quickly explained me what the numbers mean, so I'll give my best. So last year, looking at revenues, we had about 620 euros of membership fees. We received more than 2,000 euros of donations, and we got about 1,000 euros of income through work of the Safety Commission. By then, they didn't have their own account. In the future, this will be in their separate Safety Commission account. So, because they haven't had their own account by then, it got into the main ISA account. So this is basically listed here. I think it's the income from last year's safety event. Right. So in total, we have revenues of 3,732 euros and 65 cents for 2018. And here is the money we spent. So again, same as before, Safety Commission, we spent 650 euros for expenses of the Safety Commission. I think these are travel costs and material costs mostly. Then we have some fees for third-party services. These are mostly hosting fees for website, data page, and things like that. We paid 450 euros of membership fee, but there is actually an ongoing deal that we will get this money back sooner or later. And then we also spent 400 euros on donations. This was actually the Highline fundraise. So this was the income from the Highline fundraise, which we donated to Crossing Lines. Okay, this ends up at revenues expended of 1,627 euros, which means we gained about 2,100 euros last year in 2018. Comparing it to the year before, where we gained about 1,800 euros. So you can guess about the number that we have on our account, right? Okay, what is very important to notice that all the commissions have their own accounts, meaning that from now on, the Safety Commission was a special case here. From now on, and also in the future, there will be all these costs that are externalized to these accounts. So they're not visible within our main ISA account, but the commissions have their own budgets, their own treasurers, and they also do their own General Assembly. So all this money spent within the commissions, education, sport, nature and safety is actually not visible within these numbers here. Yeah. Okay, so sorry. So we have we have two auditors. Thanks, Mark. And they checked the bills from Snoodle, and they wrote us this letter signed by, I think this is Maggie's signature. Oh, it's missing in this presentation, sorry. Okay, so we received a letter from the auditors basically stating that everything has been done correctly, and they checked all our bills, and yeah, everything seems to be clean. Okay, and with that, basically what we have to do now is we have to vote on acceptance of this financial statement for 2018. All the active members have a vote on this. Do you want to accept the way Snoodle and our auditors drafted this financial statement for the ISA in 2018? Please raise your hand. No, only the budget. Okay?
Still waiting.
Yeah. We need a faster internet here. Yeah. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for the votes, you can look at the budget for 2020. So basically next year's budget. Okay, we got the votes. Thanks. Okay. So next up is the budget, meaning the money we want to spend next year. Starting with the revenues. We are guessing our membership fees, our income on membership fees will be a bit higher, so about €1,000. The money we're mostly going to spend on material, so we're planning on buying some more flyers and stickers. We are planning on paying some web and graphic design. Then, as usual, we have our bank charges and toll fees from packaging we deliver. And then we just left a big €500 portion for communication, which we don't know what exactly we're going to spend on. But I think this should be the main focus of the ISA budget, to actually spend the money on communicating in different ways. So the commissions in the end will be doing the actual work on probably with higher budgets than the main ISA. Adding this up, we are planning on being slightly in the positive with gaining €55. So the money we gained over the past years, we see that as kind of a cushion for the future. And the idea is that we'll keep that and try to even out our budget as close as possible in 2020. So from now on, to approve this budget, not only active members, but also associate members can vote. I don't know if any associate members are actually in the room. Ah, there are. Move Copenhagen, right? Yeah, perfect. So you can also vote now. Okay, so who in the room wants to approve the budget for 2020? Please raise your hand. Okay, very nice, perfect. Anybody against budget 2020? Somebody without an opinion? Great. Thank you very much. So budget 2020 is approved. Okay, almost the last point on our agenda for today is election and the re-election of board members. We have an election period of 2 years, meaning that only a few of us actually need to be re-elected. You can see the list here. If we go to the list, perfect. So within the executive board, actually nobody needs to be re-elected because we all got elected last year. Unfortunately, we are losing Zach Timmons from the US. He's not rejoining the executive board, but we were looking around for a replacement and we found Tom Parker interested in this job, joining our executive board. Tom just had to leave like 2 hours ago. He's from the UK, has been working a lot with the Education Commission over the past 1 or 2 years. This also means he will lose his seat in the Education Commission and become part of the executive board if you vote him in. Also, our auditors don't need re-election. From the side of the advisory board, Sarah, Peter and Sonia don't need to be re-elected. We have 4 people that need to be re-elected. It's Philip, Helmut, Bradley and Kat, which is joining, which is a fresh join from Australia. Which I'm very happy about to have her in the advisory board, if you vote her in. And any other suggestions to this? Anybody else wants to join executive board, advisory board, or join as auditors? This is your chance now. Nobody? Okay. So I also would say we go for one vote. We don't separate this. Is anybody against going for one vote on all people at once?
In principle, it's not something how it should go.
They all want to be re-elected, and I'm sure we're all happy to re-elect them.
Well, you can say. I mean,
put everything in one place, in one vote.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's possible. I mean, if nobody has anything against it, we can do it. But so you have something against it? You can say. It's a possibility. It makes it about 10 times faster. But yeah. Okay, then. So if everybody agrees, I'd say, please hold your hand up if you are in favor of voting all these people into these 2 boards, meaning especially Tom, Philip, Helmut, Bradley, and Kat. Okay. Anybody against this vote? Any neutral opinions? Yeah. So again, we'll have to vote for about, wait for about half a minute. So something I can maybe mention, we would really wish to have more people joining in from North and South America for the future. So if you can think of any people who are interested in joining the boards, the commissions from North and South America, please let us know.
I think that Daniel Walsh wants to be on the advisory.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's the same what I would say. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
We could add Dan Walsh.
Good. So we can add Dan Walsh to the advisory board.
Yes.
This means we quickly have to re-vote. So Dan Walsh is currently president of Slackline US. He took over from Sonia about 1.5 years ago. He's also the main organizer of the GGBY in Moab. So definitely a good add-on for the advisory board, in my opinion. Advisory board. Perfect. Okay, Kazuo is the president of the Japanese Slackline Federation. They have been very active in certifying instructors. They have about, I think, 270 certified instructors only in Japan. They organize about 7 or 8 contests per year, mostly trick line, also a long line competition. They have an entire yeah, lots of very good trick liner athletes from Japan. So definitely also a good add-on for the advisory board. Anything else happening online? A lot, okay. Okay, 2 more people on the advisory board list. Still nobody want to join? It's your chance. We have to revote anyway.
Lots of fun. Getting it voted in for 2 years. Beautiful t-shirt.
Get a t-shirt.
Which you have to pay yourself. Okay. That's it? Okay, let's revote.
Yay, we got America.
Yeah? Great. Okay, let's revote. Please put your hands up if you agree on these add-ons to the advisory board. Perfect. Very nice. Anybody against this? Any neutral opinions? 1 neutral, okay.
Now I have to change this.
No problem. Okay. Unfortunately, that's it. So we're finished with the 5th General Assembly of the ISA. Thanks a lot for joining. This has been very formal. And I think we're just going to keep the live feed running a bit, so people also see the other side of this room. Thanks a lot, and have a nice evening. Enjoy your week, and see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, everybody go crazy.
Ja. Oeh la la.
Dan wil je even zakken en normaal is het gewoon.
Hold up.
Ja, kom op. Moet Ağzını çıkardı yürümeyin. Kamerayı be abi.
Come to Israel in November, yeah, good day.
Someone was just texting that we should point the cameras back at the crowd.
Yeah, we're doing it.
You have to talk. Not the move. Thanks. Warte.